Welcome to Ada's crazy family theatre today. Their lives are more dramatic than a soap opera. They once had it tough to farm but their own field. But now this land is about to become a construction site, because Addy is like a leaky bucket, pouring money out to help his brother. However, Addy's excuses seem self-exempting. His claim of his brother's promise to repay raises logic doubts. He assures her, but Rani has seen enough. She witnessed Ada's weakness at critical moments and is not falling for it again this time. Just when they were arguing, Addy suddenly has a meltdown, shouting to calm down, leaving Rani no choice but to clock another factory and refill her water supply. Meanwhile, a quirky experimental team sneaks into the factory, aiming to gather experimental results with plans to sell their black technology to buyer John. After setup, the trio debates who'll be the test subject, eyeing each other as if choosing a performer. No one wants to be the first guinea pig, and just when they hesitate, Rani spots a few strange guys entering the factory and immediately goes on high alert, scratching subtitles. Rani sternly asks, "Who are you?" Chris replies, "We're the manager's friends, like telling a fairy tale." Rani glances at them and doesn't suspect much. After all, the factory management is like a circus performance. After fetching water, she's leaving when ZY stops her, asking, "Want some easy money?" She thinks, sounds good. The task is super simple. Just sit down and take a selfie. No complex requirements and won't take much time. While this offer seems easy and harmless, Rani doesn't realize this job is about to change her fate. She bravely asks, "How much?" They casually say 1,000 rupees, leaving them stunned by Rani's reply. She directly demands 300,000, leaving Sayohei stunned. They clearly didn't expect her to make such a generous request. This unfazed woman really amazed them today. ZY couldn't argue back before Chris agreed. He points out that they can only pay half now, settling the rest after the photo. ZY and Xiaopeng think, is she out of her mind? But Chris doesn't hold back anymore, stating if the machine sells successfully, they'd pay a whopping 210 billion rupees. Hearing the sky-high number, Rani straight up says 30,000 is a drop in the bucket. It's almost a joke. Chris seems calm externally, but is thrilled inside, raising 150,000 rupees for Rani in 3 days. However, Rani refused installments, demanded full payment, forcing the buyer to reluctantly hand over the gold chain. Rani checks the chain in her hands to ensure it's not a fake, then agrees to take the photo. Subtitles. With the device on, Rani sits in the trunk chair as Xiaopeng warns, "A little pain may occur, don't worry." Subtitle. Especially a minor headache. Xiaopeng calls Xiaohei and Chris away, muttering as he walks to the screen to show off. He claims there's a slight error that he couldn't fix in time, worrying the jump might veer off target. See, just a minor flaw. Despite problems, Chris proceeds with his fearless experiment. Xiaopeng hits start, and cheers erupt. But suddenly, Rani disappears, and when she opens her eyes again, it's like she's traveled to outside the factory. Familiar surroundings daze her. Is it just a dream? The gold chain brings her back, confirming reality. She wants to go back and clarify with the team, feigning ignorance as she turns back toward the factory, her mind swelling with questions. But to her surprise, she spots another version of herself approaching. It's truly a moment of hello, Imyu. She quickly hides, deciding to quietly follow the other her into the factory to unravel the mystery. However, the upcoming scenes are utterly shocking. Everything before her is identical to what she just experienced, leaving her completely dumbfounded. She suddenly spots another version of herself, sitting in the trunk chair, slowly fading away, feeling like she's watching a movie. The experiment team's excited expressions make Rani's heart race. She decides to make a quick exit from this maze. But as she hops into the car, she finds her husband Edward has logged off, and thinks, could it be my team's fault? Puzzled, she wonders, what on earth happened? And resolves to head back to the factory to clarify things with Xiaopeng, to figure out what the experiment team and Addy did, and why she suddenly appeared here. Her mind is a tangled mess. Xiaopeng faces Rani's fury, trying to calm her down by saying, "You were in a time machine. You don't know where you're headed. This machine successfully sent you 15 minutes back, and you're not in your original reality anymore. In another timeline, another Rani and another Addy are living their own lives, parallel to yours." Rani struggles to sort through this chaos and demands, "How can I return everything to normal?" Xiaopeng finally offers the only solution. Get back on the time machine for another jump, and if luck's on your side, you might return to the right. Before starting the experiment, Xiaopeng warns, "If asked later, say you fainted." Subtitles. This avoids unnecessary misunderstandings. 2 minutes later, Rani re-enters the factory. Chris and Xiaohei are stunned. Xiaohei rushes forward, asking Rani if she's hurt. What strange things just happened? To avoid raising suspicion, Rani follows Xiaopeng's advice and claims she just fainted. She wishes to repeat the experiment. During the talk, Zio-hei says, "You're not from this experiment, you're a past version." Chris holds a skeptical view, believing Rani might not have truly gone back and instead just switched places. Zio-hei immediately points out that Rani told her she saw another version of herself, proving the experiment truly caused a time distortion and not just a spatial